I feel like I gained a super unique perspective by living my life as an androgynous Muslim. So amongst my peers, which was like a politically radical group of artists that fight for the weak and powerless amongst like various corners of the globe. A bunch of these people are Black, Indigenous people of color, a bunch of them are queer, and a bunch of them are Muslim. And amongst that social group, amongst that like peer group of mine, I'm very much amongst them. I'm like my like fullest like androgynous self, so I'm like super like my most like masculine leaning. My most masculine leaning presentation, like I'm on the most masculine level of like my self-expression, so I'm very much received as like a masculine, for lack of a better term. And I don't want to explain myself, but like I think I do want to be a little bit careful about like, I'm not saying that like men should be the ones that have power, or like men are the ones that like are taken seriously or whatever, anything like that, but I'm just saying what my experience was is that as a masculine, like my authority is taken super seriously, like my perspective is taken super seriously, my truth is taken super seriously, like even without me like saying a word, my like when people like walk past me, like I see them like walk with their chest held up a little bit higher, like it's like the truth that I live in is like so well received, and I can feel it being so respected, and like living the truth of this side of me has like innately like created around me like the respect of my community. On the other side of that expression spectrum, or like identity spectrum, is the feminine side of me, being a girl, inside of like more familial settings of Muslim culture, more traditional settings, more old school conservative settings of Muslim culture. That perspective is the perspective that I've grown up with, and also has provided me with lots of insight about like the what's the right way to say this, about the corruptions of the Western world. Like it has completely provided me with the perspective of like what does it mean to grow up as like a non-white person amongst a bunch of people that like are not like me, that don't understand me, that don't really know me, that like truly don't know or understand who I am. So yeah, in a lot of ways, being raised in that conservative culture like was the thing that ultimately radicalized me against like whiteism, corporate America. Like that being my foundation was very imperative to me growing into the mind that I have today.
Oh my god, I was just looking for you guys.
Oh, sorry.
You didn't find anything here that you liked? Okay, true. This is like so the last freaking thing. It's not a passport. It's this is freaking the last thing that I would ever think that I would pick up. But like essentially, so I'm writing something similar to this right now.
Okay.
I'm calling it Street Basics, and it's basically like how to deal with like how to navigate like the unspoken social rules of humanity. Like you know how most people like act out of a place of ego, they're just like puffing up their chest at each other. Like when you act not from a place of ego, when you like act from a place of soul, it's difficult to navigate other people's egos because they're like always trying to fucking compete with you. And like I want to live life with like love, but like I still have to play their fucking games to like shut them down when they're the like ruling power of a space. So I've needed to learn how to play ego games. I've needed to learn how to play it. So like I'm basically writing a book like this, like not rules of civility and decent behavior, but like rules of how to play the streets of the game, the rules of the game. You know, are you having a nosebleed?
Nosebleed?
Yeah, there's blood on this.
Oh, I think it's just
Okay. I was like, dude, don't do that. I was like, oh my god, the spiritual symbolism moron is killing me. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting because like I agree with some of the stuff that he's saying.
Oh yeah, I got free tickets.
Like George Washington, obviously he's like a fucking white dude who's like the president of the United States. Not somebody that I resonate with, but like all leaders at any points of human history, like I think there's like parallels between like any sort of leadership. Just like, yeah. Leaders interest me, not George Washington, but leaders interest me. So I was thinking about getting it, but I don't know. I I know. Oh, thanks. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Yeah. But I don't know.
So you're writing a book?
So I'm actually writing a film series. Yeah, and it's like based off of like the stuff that I'm learning in real life, the things that humanity is showing me in real life. You know. I'll show you guys sometime. I'll show you. It's super cool. Yeah. Some of the images that I use is like moths and like dead rats and like weird stuff. Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. I might come back to this. I might think on it, and then if I don't find anything else, I might just be like, fuck, I'll just get this. But I'm gonna set this there. I haven't bought it yet. Yeah. I could rob it, but I'm not.
Yeah, that sounds
Here's the part where I think I need to be a little bit careful and intentional with the way that I say this, because again, I really don't want to paint Pakistan or Muslim culture in a bad light, but I basically want to say that like Islam does put pain into women. It does put pain into women. Like that pain is very much like basically being made to feel like your ideas are not important, the way that you feel is not important. Your emotions, your voice is not important, like your experience is not important.
This is cool too.
I mean, I love Islam and like, I'm sorry. Let me not be a wuss about this, but I'm super grateful for my like perspective as an androgynous person, because it ultimately like gave me a more balanced, well-rounded perspective that allowed me to like open my heart back up to some areas where like I was deeply hurt in life, you know? Dude, when humanity experiences loss, dude, it's like a natural response to become incredibly protective over the ones that you love, over the ones that you call your own, over the things that you call yours. That's where like overly conservatism comes from. That's where like this desire to like really protect women has come from. That is where people have for generations and for centuries been discouraged to live as their true selves. This is not just like a Muslim thing, this is not just something with Islam, but like, dude, so many corners of the world, so many cultures of this world have been taken advantage of, dude. Have been exploited and stolen from and treated as lesser than for such a large percentage of human history, dude. All of them have been corrupted by the same group of people over and over and over again in human history. It's the tradition that's been passed down that takes root in the pain that we hold as a people. That is why the Palestinian experience gets compared against the Black experience. That is why I, as a Muslim, relate to the Black community. That is why I relate to the Latina community. That is why being Muslim, being queer, being a girl, and being brown is all one identity for me.